And welcome back. I'm Dylan Black. Two of the great people from the Infinity Conference Center join us right now. Let's say hello to the new Director of Food and Beverage, Tim Wasylko. How are you, Tim?
Great, Tom.
Good to see you. And returning to the television after a year hiatus. Because you were here actually when you were launching the Infinity Conference Center.
Yes, when we were first opening, had a little visit. We made some macarons together.
Yes, I remember that. That was fun. Chef Jason Peters, Executive Chef. Tim, so you're the new Director of
Yes,
food
sir. So I've been with the Infinity Convention Center now for about a month.
Yeah.
So it's been an action-packed month.
Yeah, pretty exciting times for you?
Yeah, it's really exciting, actually.
Okay.
I'm out of the kitchen. I'm a former chef, so
yeah.
I've switched the chef jacket for a suit, so that's a first for me.
Are you okay to say a little bit of your experience? Because you've got a pretty colorful experience with the stuff that you've done in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. I've done sort of the hotel thing. I was the chef at 24 Sussex for 7 years. I was the chef for the Canadian Olympic team in Sochi.
Wow.
Been around quite a bit. So
you're the man for the job.
Yeah, but chef has a job, and chef is an amazing chef.
I get you, though,
so
but you've got some experience.
So yeah, absolutely.
Which is great, because I know that you're collaborated on the new menu, so we'll get to that in a second. So first of all, you're going to be performing, or I guess you are performing in a way. You're preparing a dish for us here today on Rogers. What exactly are you preparing?
So we're going to do, I guess, an typical French-Canadian tourtière.
Okay.
So we're going to serve a plated version of it with a bit of root vegetables.
Okay.
And most people eat it with ketchup. So we decided to take it up a notch and make a smoked tomato demi-glace to go with it.
In your world, is ketchup like a bad thing? Because I've heard that chefs don't really like it when people add ketchups to their creations.
We were talking about that today, what we would use ketchup on. So home fries for breakfast, we'd put ketchup on. We were talking about that today.
Is that it then? Is that where it should end?
Pretty close. Shepherd's pie, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So tell us about some of the ingredients that you've added to this then.
So in the actual meat preparation itself, we use some pork shoulder, which we braise for a few hours, which is normally not typical, some ground beef and ground pork, and some mushrooms. We're also just going to add a few root vegetables that we sautéed beforehand. We're just finishing up right now, as well as some pickled beets.
Amazing. How long does it take then to put together one of these amazing tortillas?
Once you have the pork shoulder out of the way, it takes maybe less than an hour just to get everything baked off and ready to go.
Okay. Well, we'll let you get to that. Tim, you guys have put together a menu, so we're already talking about the holidays?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And it's selling out fast. We still have a little bit of space left, but for the most part, we're just about full for the holidays. So.
Okay. So what kind of menu are we talking about here? Like, what exactly would you put on this
Some
menu?
classics, to be honest. We find a lot of our market of the big sort of corporate events, the fact that we can host 1,200 people in the same venue. We have 7 200-inch HD screens. So these big corporate Christmas parties is sort of the market we've started out with anyways for this Christmas. So
what's it like to collaborate with the chef over here?
It's great. It's
chefs.
very quick, and it's very painless, to be honest. We have a lot of great conversations over a cup of coffee, and we can put out menus pretty fast.
And you put this together. Okay.
Yeah, and the Infinity Convention Center, a lot of things are custom made, right? It's not just sort of menu packages. So almost every single client has an opportunity to do an individual menu. So
I love that, because that's probably something that's not offered in very many places.
No, it's not actually. That's what makes us unique. Is that sort of personal approach. Like I said, we're large enough to accommodate 1,200 people, but we're small enough to custom make that event, right?
Okay. And we see Chef Jason Peters. This is called plating, right? I've done the show long enough. I have no cooking skills whatsoever, but I know this is plating.
Yeah, I'm just finishing off basically all the ingredients that we spoke about. Typically, a tourtière is cooked in a pie crust. What we did is actually baked off some puff pastry that we're going to lay underneath as our crust.
Okay, beautiful. So Tim, you've got a bunch of events coming up actually. One is helping a fundraiser.
So yeah, Mr. Agrawal's hosted for the last 11 years. He's hosted for the Heart Institute. It's called Darkin, which means heartbeat in Hindi. That event's raised $11 million. So far.
Sorry, how long has this been going on for?
For 11 years, he's raised $10 million. $10 million in 11 years, yes.
So roughly $1 million an event.
Yes.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And so this year's for the Auto Regional Cancer Foundation, so that's where the funds are going this year.
Okay.
It's a $200 ticket, and that's November 17th.
Okay, so that's basically like your typical gala, but I mean, it's got to be a little more elaborate than your typical
absolutely,
gala.
Yeah, it's really exciting, actually.
Okay, so that's exciting. Do you still have tickets available for that?
Yes, there are some tickets, pretty close to sold out.
Okay.
But now New Year's Eve, that's where we're speeding ahead past the holidays. We're on New Year's Eve now. It's a timeless theme. Those tickets start at $50 for the reception, $125 with dinner. It'll be action stations, that sort of thing. We're really excited.
Okay. What do you mean by a timeless theme? So what does that incorporate?
Things that are timeless, sort of classic food and classic music and
okay.
sort of timeless elegance.
Yeah. Okay, and obviously you put together the menus for these events as well?
Yes, we work closely. Jason and I have collaborated on a lot of menus, and that's we've just finished the menu for New Year's Eve, so we'll have basically 5 action stations where guests can sort of interact with a chef. And
Okay. Yeah. How many meals would you say you prepare in the course of a week?
Oh, it varies.
Because Tim's talking about 1,200 people per event sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So you must have you and your crew. You must have your work cut out for you.
Yeah, we keep going nonstop, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and AM and PM breaks. It's good because there's lots of turnover and allows everyone to see lots of different things.
Okay, wonderful. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be trying some of this. I mean, I'd love to. It says on the notes that I'm going to be trying some of this, so I need to hold you accountable here, right? So as soon as you've got the final touches. But you do have something else over here quickly.
So right over here, it's basically the exact same dish.
Okay.
That we have over here. Yeah. I just plated it a bit differently.
Okay.
Sorry. That's okay. Just a bit differently. So now we're just going to add a bit of our sauce.
Okay.
Like I mentioned, normally it's a ketchup that people use, but we just made a smoked tomato demi-glaze.
Wow, that looks amazing.
Tim, where exactly are you located in case people don't know about the Infinity Conference Center?
So on Gifford Drive, Uplands and Hunt Club.
Okay.
Same property. We have a Hampton Inn there. We have a Holiday Inn Express there. We have the Homewood Suites that's just about being built. Will be open in December. So we're actually attached to 4 hotels at the Infinity Center. So
well, that's incredible. I'll get into a bit more of this into the break or perhaps after the show, but Tim and Chef Jason Peters, thank you very much. Congratulations on the new gig as well.
Thank you, John. Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate your time. We got more coming up. Blogger Jennifer Madigan is going to help get your kids interested in reading next on Daytime.